Being mentally prepared for a race is very similar to being mentally prepared for pretty much anything else. Having mantras, affirmations, things that you can rely on to tell yourself that is not only motivating, but evidence of you are who you say you are. Sometimes when things get hard, it's very easy for people to get that imposter syndrome or to get into that mindset of, I don't belong here, I shouldn't be here. Don't let that get to you. That's part of it, and that's where it gets mentally tough, because sometimes when you compete normally in a normal setting, there's crowds, there's stadiums, people are cheering, and it's very easy to stay motivated. But when you're running and it gets quiet and you're in the woods by yourself, it can be very difficult to keep that motivation. So having somewhere that you can mentally go that takes you out of that suckage, that where this is not how I want it to be, you got to have somewhere to focus on that you can, almost like you're somewhere you're trying to get to. I almost imagine like an invisible world that's much better than the one I'm focusing on, and I just think of that's where I'm running to. All I got to do is get there, and we're good. But it's up to the athlete. It's important to have that place you can go to when things aren't where you're wanting them to be, that you can get past it and get over it, because it's all mental. Second you think you're done, you're probably at 30%.
Embark on a thrilling journey of an athlete's path to the Spartan trifecta. Experience the highs of a victory and the lows of defeat. The Spartan race is not about who gets first or last. It's about the mental resilience of pushing yourself to keep going, even in the most challenging times. This is the essence of mindset. Before we dive into the story, you're probably asking yourself, what is a Spartan race? That's a good question. Its founder is Joe DeSena, who created the Spartan races in 2010. It is a series of obstacle course races that offer various distances and difficulty levels. During these races, participants must navigate through mud, water, and several obstacles, including a spear throw, an atlas carry, or even monkey bars. It tests their physical strength, endurance, and mental resilience. The event quickly gained popularity worldwide, attracting participants from diverse backgrounds. To achieve the trifecta, you need to complete the Sprint, Super, Beast, and Ultra. Each event is getting harder and farther.
If you're competing in your first Spartan, I know this can be hard for us athletes that like to chase down goals. Don't be upset if you get defeated the first time, if sometimes you fail an obstacle or you just don't do as good. Sometimes you got to fail just to know what you got to learn to come out and do it next time. The only time you lose is when you don't come back. Just, you fall down 7, you just get up 8. You're not going to get every obstacle in the first time, and maybe you might, but that spear throw is going to, that one gets everyone.
You're going to encounter things that you weren't prepared for. You know, you're going to watch every Spartan video on every obstacle and think that you've got it in the bag, but it's on race day when things get thrown at you that you're not prepared for, or the weather isn't what you expected. It's just being prepared for anything and not giving up.
A lot of times when you're up on the trails and things get hard and you just want to stop, your brain starts telling you just to stop. And I have to seriously battle with myself and just be like, no, you have to just keep on going.
And for me, a friend of mine at Motive, Matt, actually told me just to sign up. I had no idea what it was. I wasn't ready, but it just kicked me into gear I'd never been in before. And I think it's something as simple as just sign up for a Spartan. You figure out what it takes to get there.
That's what it means to be fit, because a lot of athletes that go from where they profess into Spartan typically bring with them a skill. Like, say you came from Ninja Warrior, they probably can crush all the obstacles, but then it's going to bring that cardio. So typically it forces you to be a well-rounded athlete, and force isn't even a good word. It makes you want to be a more well-rounded athlete, because the more well-rounded you are, cardio, strength, general athleticism, grip strength, these things are going to benefit you tenfold on the obstacles.
And once you do your first race, you get the Spartan fever and you want to do more and more and more. And I always tell myself, well, I'll never do that. And then I end up doing it. I ran into somebody once who was doing a trifecta weekend, and I remember thinking, that's absolutely crazy, I will never do this. And 3 days later, I signed up for a trifecta weekend. So you've got to try it. It is the most amazing experience you'll ever have.
With all the knowledge and training, the athlete finally signed up for their first Spartan race. The race began at 11 a.m. and was located several hours away. So the athlete got up early and made their way down to Atlanta, Georgia. As the sun sets on another grueling Spartan race, we are left with more than sweat-soaked memories and muddy footprints. This documentary has shown us the indomitable spirit of the human will, pushing through physical and mental barriers to conquer the impossible. From the adrenaline-fueled start line to the triumphant finish, we have witnessed stories of perseverance, camaraderie, and personal triumphs. The Spartan race is not just a test of athleticism, it is a journey of self-discovery that reminds us that within each of us lies the strength to overcome any obstacle on the course and in life. As we bid farewell to this epic adventure, let us carry the lessons from the Spartan race into our challenges, knowing that anything is possible with determination, resilience, and a Spartan spirit.